Hey, welcome back, guys. Styling in the afternoon, dragging ass in the afternoon. Boy, we got some interesting shit going on in the news here. What do we start with first? Well,
what's the juiciest?
I mean, there's a lot of juicy stuff, but GT Bicycles is officially done and gone.
Oh, really?
Yep. They are completely dismantled the company, sold everything's going up for sale, but they are completely stopped production. Everything is completely ceased. So, but then again, there is a video you guys need to go look up on YouTube. The history of GT, and after Gary Turner left, on how many times it was sold.
Does that mean my 80s Chrome GT's worth a lot more money now?
Probably. Probably. Speaking of that, there's some whack off on fucking YouTube or just on social media. This is what I spent $60,000 on my collection. And come on, guys, if you got over $5,000 restoring an 80s BMX bike, you got a fucking issue. You need to fucking re-examine what you got going on. And seriously, I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying I've restored some of these bikes. I have a good collection of freestyle bikes.
I've got a couple of them left, but I've sold a lot of them that I've restored. And
this guy's talking about the cranks being $1,800 for repops. Dude, they're $200.
Yeah.
Like, don't bullshit us and make your shit to be higher than what it really is.
None of mine had repops on them anyway. I always found the right stuff, with all the bike swap meets or eBay or whatever. I've always put them back together stock.
Well, I like how he showed 6 bikes he restored. Mm-hmm. And of course, he stripped them down, repowder coated them, chromed them, all this shit.
Right.
And then he's not breaking down exactly what every piece cost, but how much he's got in it.
Yeah.
And it's like every bike is like $9,000-$12,000. I'm like, well, first off, how much did you buy the stock bike for?
Yeah.
Okay, because if you spent $4,000 on a bike to restore, then you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, because it won't bring that to sell.
Yeah, because and then he's like talking about survivor bikes and all this. You know what? There's so much repop shit right now out there, and he's telling everybody, you need to hurry up and buy this, hurry up and buy this. He must work for a bike shop or something, because
probably,
I saw that video, somebody shared it to me, and I'm like, there's no fucking way, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got Hutch Trick Stars that there is about $6,000 in it, okay? Because I found a bike the guy didn't want to part with, and I paid up front, okay? Because I wanted it, okay? I knew it was the rare purple color, and it's one of those things like American Pickers. Mike Wolf says, well, when you see it, that's the time to buy it. Well, the guy didn't want to sell it, and I had a pocket full of cash, but no, I mean, these guys, and then what pisses me off is these guys, there'd be like a Dyno Air, a 93 Dyno Air that nobody gives a fuck about, and they couldn't hardly sell them back then, and they were the ugliest damn bikes. And then they're up on Marketplace, and they're like, I want $2,500. Well, buddy, you're going to keep wanting.
One hand shit in the other, see which one fills up faster.
Yeah, and it's like, we all want to restore stuff or do stuff from, that we had when we were younger or we didn't have and then we wanted. And I'm the prime example of that. I have a huge fucking car collection, a huge collection of all kinds of shit. And I don't have any kids.
Right.
So, but my shit is going to go to my friends. I was looking at, over the weekend, I was looking at the projects that I'm building and what I needed to order and different stuff. And I've got some projects that I'm doing right now that I really don't tell everybody what I'm doing until it's damn near done. But I did try to buy the straight up Menace car. The guy wants way too much money. Way too much money. But it is real. It is 100. I've seen the car in person. I went to Watts, California, right outside Compton, where the car is. I am sure to the right person in an auction, he might get the 200 grand that he's wanting.
Yeah.
But to me, and a lot of other people, I could build a clone for 20 grand.
Exactly.
You know, and maybe cheaper than that, you know. Because I know where to find the parts.
Exactly.
You know, and that's one big thing is, people, if you're going to listen to me, and please listen to what I'm telling you. If you're going to do a project, okay, and let's say you found the car cheap or whatever it is, right? A bike, whatever it is. Before you start spending a shit ton of money, start doing your research. And that's the problem. That's the problem with people nowadays. They want it now. They want it now. God damn it, I want it now. Amazon has changed the world. Can you next day air it to me?
Well, and
you know,
there's so many shops doing the shit for you now. It used to be that being a car guy was a hobby because you built everything yourself.
Yeah.
Half these people don't build shit. They don't turn a wrench.
Well, it's like the guy doing the 4-door hatchbacks. He's slammed. And those cars, I'm sorry, they're not educatedly hard to do.
Right.
If you can take and go out and buy an Infiniti G35 and cut the fuck out of it and build you a Vader, you can't seem to figure out how to take a fucking 4-door and sedan and turn it into a fucking 4-door hatch. It ain't that hard. But don't get me wrong, that guy's making money. I mean, he's even making videos and showing people how to do it, which is kind of screwed up because, you know, it's not good business-wise because you're showing all your tips and tricks on but some of these fuckers, they have money, and they're like, man, I want that. I want to go to Honda Fest. Well, guess what, bucko? When you go to Honda Fest and there's 50 other ones, then I guess you guys can all sit in your corner and talk about how cool they are. And I'm not knocking anybody who's done one, because if I want one, I can clearly go out and do it.
Right.
You know? But the next trend I'm gonna warn everybody now is gonna be the 2-door wagon. Somebody already did one, and now everybody wants that.
Yep.
So it's, you know, you got to keep up with the Jones, guys. It's what it is. So, what else we got to talk about in the news? Let me look here. I guess our producer left the building or left the room.
I think you probably gave him a nervous breakdown finally.
Either
Don't know if he'll be back or not.
either that or he went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But, you know, we were talking about, and here's a subject we want to talk about. Winter swap meets. There is a ton of winter swap meets out there, people. It's not hard to, I hear about it after it's done. You got Google on your phone. Look up and see what's going on. But there's some cool shit you can find at swap meets. The only thing about swap meets that I don't like is you got to show up there at like 4 a.m. And they're done by like 1.
We had a big one in Springfield this weekend.
Oh, did you?
But I've went to it several years. If you're into circle track stuff, you can build a whole car.
Oh, yeah. But
I'm usually looking for drag race and stuff when there's a few things, and, you know, I didn't even bother going this year.
I tell you what, have you been to that swap meet, the Grizzly one, at the Grizzly Stadium? That's a
good size swap meet.
That's a damn good swap meet, and
I've got some good shit there.
Oh, so have I. I mean, and their prices are fair, but I'm telling you, I have to watch going that one with a pocket full of money because I'll drag home all kinds of fucking shit. Like, I mean, whole cars, everything, like fucking. That's how I got my T-Bird.
Is it?
Yeah, that fucking. Matter of fact, let me tell you the story. We were walking by, right? And I'm not a Ford guy, right? But I do own some Fords, you know, and that T-Bird was so cool looking, and the fender was damaged, and you know, he had on there $5,000 or best offer.
Right.
And I was like, well, we take 2,500 for it? And he goes, nah, I can't do that. I was like, well, you said best offer. Towards the end of that show, he saw me come up. He goes, hey, I'll take $2,000 for it. Say, what? That's lower than what I offered. And I go, okay, cool. I go, hey, let's break him off some money. And I go, well, the problem is I didn't bring a trailer. And he goes, well, that's including the trailer. I'm like, oh, fuck, a good trailer is like fucking $2,500 to $3,500. Fuck yeah, I'll take it. I'll sell the damn trailer to somebody and fucking have the car for free. I did sell that trailer, by the way, for $3,900. And I bought a new fender and bought some parts. And yeah, I just been working on that car here and there. I think the whole...
He just didn't want to drag it back home with him.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And all the trim and everything was in the trunk. I think everybody like blew a gasket when I lowered it and put it on 22s. But the 22s that were on it in the picture, that's not... I just had wheels that would fit it, and that's what I put on it. But it's going to have 18s and 20s on it. It'll be staggered. So
that's cool.
So it'll be a cool car when I'm done. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, you cut it up and bagged it." No, we pulled the springs out and we dropped it down on some blocks. You know, we it was mocked up, and so I didn't know posting that picture to my social media would have that many fucking... I didn't know there was that many T-Bird guys out there, but I'm not in that genre.
Well, I'm not in that club either. I mean, that's kind of like your Mustangs, your Corvette guys, you know. You're either one of them or you're not.
I had people from fucking New Zealand fucking messaging me hate fucking messages. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck you care what I do with my car? That's an all numbers matching car.
Not anymore.
I'm like, well, okay. Was you there when I bought it? I mean, fuck, I replaced the fender and all. The motor was fucked up in it, so yeah, I posted that picture of that LS sitting in there. That fucking pissed him off. I only did that because, be honest with you, I only did that because they were so pissed off about the wheels. So, but no, we're rebuilding the factory engine. You know, we're not gonna destroy it that bad, you know. But speaking of destroying it bad, have you seen the videos and pictures from California? Oh my God, that fire is tearing everything up. I mean, lowriders, it's going right through Hollywood.
But did you see what they were doing today?
What were they doing today?
They were stopping fire trucks from other states at the state line and doing emissions tests on them.
I seen
and if they didn't pass, they were
that.
turning them the fuck around.
Yeah, I seen something about that.
So as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to act that way, let it fucking burn.
Well, they were able to save the Hollywood sign, that is for sure. But there's so many different fires going on, but they're claiming that this is arson, but...
I guess they caught one person.
Yeah, I did see something about that on the news bulletin. So, yeah, it's just a shame, you know. I mean, you know, I lived in California for several years, and that's just one of those things, as I've explained to people before, that you have to deal with, you know, and... But the way it's going, it typically never goes that way, you know what I'm saying? So it's a bad deal, you know. I mean, and our hearts go out to the people in the state of California, but if you're going to check emissions on fucking emergency vehicles, then you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah. I mean, you already have electric cars burning. So a few diesel emissions ain't going to hurt nothing.
Yeah, and the big thing with the electric cars is, what are they going to do with those batteries anyway? You know? Talk about polluting the earth.
Yeah, when them catch on fire, they make more pollutant than the whole lifetime of a diesel.
Oh, yeah. Well, I still think it's funny that whole shipping deal years ago coming from overseas, and the electric car caught the whole fucking thing on fire. And Lamborghinis and Ferraris, everything was being burned up, you know? Yeah, salt water does not mix with lithium batteries.
Mm-mm.
They fucked around and they found out the hard way. But on that
Yeah, they
note,
did.
this is Styling in the Afternoon. You're dragging through the afternoon with Izzy and Jimmy, and we'll be right back after these messages.